What up? Guru Jojo, Motivational Tarot Forecast. So, basically, we're going to have a new moon in Pisces at, 4 degrees. And basically, since it's going to be at that 4th degree, it's going to be more connected to our structural system and whatnot. It's a good time to spiritually strip, peep the wall, because we're going to be deprogramming our subconscious. Pisces has everything to do with the subconscious mind and the subconscious influences. So with that being said, we're going to be in the process of reprogramming anything that we have been subconsciously influenced by as it relates to the way that we think, the way that we're perceiving things, and the way that we're connecting all these subconscious influences to manifest pretty much into our persona. Okay, that's what's happening. Like, I've noticed that I've been paying more attention to how I become subconsciously influenced by things. I'm becoming more aware of how others are subconsciously influenced by things, and I'm trying to figure out, is this how I want to be? And by me thinking about those things, it's allowing me to be able to figure out whether or not I want to change that way of thinking, or I want to like stay the same and just enhance it or transcend it, or if I want to completely like strip my mind into something else, which, I mean, most people don't completely strip their mind, but you get my point. So it's all about that new. See, I don't make videos for any other reason other than something else that's coming up. And I don't do it on purpose. It's literally my mind just works that way. I knew I made a video about spiritual stripping for a reason, because that's what we're doing. Ain't I spiritually stripping right now? I'm pulling tarot cards. I'm looking at what's underneath. That's stripping. Deprogramming your subconscious mind is stripping, technically, right? So that's the point. Yo, what's up? Major Starseed. I love that name too. That's family right there. So yeah. A lot of people really don't get it. Like, it's interesting because spiritual talk, it sounds a lot like something else. I don't mean anything else than metaphysics and spirituality. And I want that to be clear because I just don't want any misunderstandings. I feel like, it's actually a benefit that it is confused oftentimes with other things, but at the same time, like, it could be a big issue, like when things get misunderstood in terms of the spiritual communications and whatnot, because it really can sound like something else. But that's all because it's occult talk, and anything that's occult has to do with secretive communications and stuff. And so since other communities utilize this form of communication, then obviously it can easily be misunderstood. And that's not just the spiritual community. This is just people who communicate a different language in general. So, for example, if you're out anywhere in public and immediately you start hearing someone speak another language, you see how people get a little bit weird. Like, people will start to kind of like give a weird look, or they'll start to feel uncomfortable because other languages are technically occult. Like, they're speaking an occult language. They're speaking something that not everyone in their surroundings is attuned with, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. So you begin to make things up. You think they're talking about you in another language. They talking about some shit at home that they're doing. You think because they're speaking another language, they talk about you? You think you're that important? You think you're that special? Deprogram, strip your mind. You're not that important. There's a million other people, places, and situations in this world. I promise you that. And I'm not saying that directly to anyone. This is a channeled message. We forget we are not the only persons in this world. I don't care if you're a regular person. you are not the only thing that someone is attending to. I promise you. There's other things to think about. So never, and this works on a benefit on many different ends. It means that negative things that's being communicated, it may not be about you personally. Positive things that's being communicated, it may not be about you. Because you don't only exist here. You don't. That goes for myself too. I take things personally for a second, and I always remember I ain't the only person here. You don't think that this person that just said whatever they said or did whatever they did just went through something, and I don't know who they were communicating with or who they were around that influenced them to do that. But I'm going to allow my insecurities to perceive that as being geared towards me, or I'm going to allow my arrogance to allow that to be perceived towards me. No, wake up. Drink some coffee. All right, let me be quiet. So boom. You take a sip of water and then, oh, goddamn, I drink all my water. I'll be right back. I drink all my water, so I'm going to it'll be like 5 minutes. Like 2 minutes. 3. That was like 3 minutes, I feel like, or 2 minutes. So anyways, my seltzer water. It's with orange flavor. Why am I mentioning this? Because people are nosy. All right. So I'm going to actually start with water signs first because the new moon's going to be in Pisces, and Pisces is mutable water sign. So I just figured I'm not going to start with Pisces first because I like to start with the first sign of the element. So I'm going to be starting with Cancer, and then I'll do Scorpio, and then Pisces. No, I'm not doing it just because I have a moon in Cancer and a Pisces sun. I'm just doing it because, like I said, the new moon's going to be in Pisces. All right. So, Cancer. You can apply this to yourself if you have a Cancer sun sign, a Cancer moon sign, or a Cancer rising sign. All right, let's see. Spirit, what are those divine messages for the zodiac? Ooh, 2 cards actually just like fell out. So I'm going to utilize those. So the first card here is the star card, and the second card here is the moon card. So the star card reads, it's card number 17. It's connected to Archangel Jophiel. It reads, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. So a lot of Cancers may just be more attuned with their future goals and their ideals and whatnot. Maybe you're seeing the possibilities right now, or you could be connecting with someone who makes you feel this way. Maybe at this time, you could feel like your wishes could be coming true, maybe. And then with the moon card here, however, there's some insecurities that you have to deal with. I'll read the card as well. So it's card number 18. So it's actually like a order that's happening right now. So things could be feeling like it's very much in order, like it's happening step by step, because we have card number 17 and card number 18. And this is Archangel Haniel. It says important psychic insight, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So I'm going to get the rest of the cards with the traditional tarot deck here. Just shuffle these cards real fast. My phone here. I shouldn't throw my phone, but it's like carpet, so but sometimes I just be bugging. I be thinking about, don't be throwing your electronics. Spirit, please provide me the messages for the zodiac sign Cancer. Please provide me those divine messages. Spirit, words of the messages. All right. We got the Emperor card, and we also have here the Page of Wands. I know I'm missing a nail polish to get my nails done tomorrow. That's not the point. So with the Emperor card here and the Page of Wands, it looks like we could be very in tune with organizing and structuring ourselves. We feel like we're in charge of things as it relates to the startup of some sort of creative endeavor, perhaps, or the startup of ourselves as an individual. Something new that we're inspired by. We feel a strong sense of assertion, motivation. Fire element is prominent. Could be dealing with an Aries. All right. You also got the Knight of Cups here. So with the Knight of Cups, you also could be involved in a love situation. So it looks like at this time you're very passionate about someone and could be wanting to provide an offer of romance or something like that, perhaps. Or there's someone in your life who is interested in you. They could be a water sign individual, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. In addition to this, they could be kind of mysterious. They could be a player. Be careful. Ace of Swords here. There's a need for you to cut something off, perhaps. So you may need to actually take something out of your life, subtract something out of your life in order to maybe manifest this star opportunity that you have here. So you would have to release what? Your insecurities that you could be holding on to, or you need to cut off some sort of, no, you know what? To be honest, that's true, but in a more progressively. So perhaps you need to utilize those insecurities that you have and kind of express them out in a new way. You should be receiving sudden sparks of inspiration at this time in order for you to do this. It's something like you need to heal, like you need to heal how you feel in a negative way and learn how to utilize it in a positive way. As I said, broken and I made it work. Right? I will post the lyrics because I know it's difficult sometimes to hear what I said, but broken and I made it work. So think of distressed jeans, right? Aren't they ripped up, but somehow became a fashionable trend? That's what Cancers are trying to do right now at this time. I'll add like a clarification as well to this reading. Oh, snap. I feel, you know what, I'm going to give two clarifiers because this card wanted to come out, but I was shuffling so fast that I just didn't pick it up too. But another card fell out too. So I don't do reversals, but you got the Five of Wands reversed, which actually may not be so bad because it's like there's a conflict of interest that is happening, especially more so in the past. However, this conflict of interest, it doesn't exist anymore because you've learned to cut things out to the point that you're asserting yourself in the appropriate direction. All right, boom. We're going to Scorpio next. Stop being shy. I'm too grown to be insecure and worry about how I look. You know, there's nothing wrong with you being aware of how you look, though. We should all kind of be aware of that, but don't worry too much. Like, don't worry too much, you know? Don't let it hold you back completely because end of the day, you could be looking popping. Like, you could be real on point. and people still gonna have something to say, whether you ugly, you cute, or any of that. Besides, it's all in the eyes of the beholder anyway. So it's more about your energy these days than anything. It can really change the way you look, you know? Scorpio, sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. Whoops. All right. Oh, the moon card's here. So there could be some insecurity going on right now. This is card number 18, Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So there could be like some sort of insecurities that's going on right now. It could just be related to something you're entertaining. So this could be like friends and whatnot for the most part. So there's a new moon that will be traveling through this Scorpio's 5th house. That's the reason why I said that. For some Scorpios, it may be more so in the home or at work. It just depends, because if you have Scorpio at like a late or early degree, it's gonna end up falling into your 4th house more, or your 5th. No, not really your 4th house. Yeah, perhaps your 4th house or your 5th house. But I think your 6th house. I meant to say your 5th or your 6th house. My bad. Mercury's in retro. Spirit, what are the rest of the divine messages the zodiac sign of Scorpio shall receive at this time? All right, so thus far, 8 of Pentacles. There's a need for you to rework something. So perhaps you could be remodeling something, or you could be thinking about going back to school, or you could be thinking about helping somebody to build something, whether it be yourself or someone else. Most likely it's going to be someone that you work with. Okay, somebody maybe at work or something like that. You got the 4 of Wands that came up here too. So let's say you work like a regular job. This could be literally, you could be helping set up a meeting or something, or a conference at work. On the other hand, you could just be helping somebody with a broadcast or something like that with the 4 of Wands here. Or you could be working for something like food. I'm feeling like a food service type of thing, or like a marriage service type of thing, where you're like helping set it up, like helping to set up a party or something. All right. Let's see here. 4 of Swords. So there's some tiredness going on right now, or I need to relax, or you could be contemplating whether or not you want to help out at this event, or to rebuild this business or rebuild this energy. I'm almost getting a vibe like there's a new store opening. Like, you know, when they have all the ribbon and stuff with those like triangle ribbon things. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't even know. It's like a string. And then there's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Usually when there's a grand opening, they'll have it up. That's what I'm feeling. And you're like helping out with that. Whether this be new age, so maybe this could be like via the internet, or this could be more physical, like real life, traditional type of thing. I don't know. Page of Cups, possibly a offer of love coming up for you. On the other hand, this could be some sort of antidote of some sort. Take that as you please, or however it applies. That's what I'm seeing, pretty much. I'm going to get a clarifier, because this is kind of like, I think you're contemplating, some Scorpios are contemplating on an offer of love from someone, a kind gesture, a younger person maybe. Could be a Pisces, could be a Scorpio, could be a Cancer. Most likely a Pisces, like Page of Cups is often connected to Pisces. Could be very creative type of individual. King of Pentacles here. So with the King of Pentacles as a clarifier, definitely somebody's business is what you would be helping out with, is what I'm seeing. So if you work at a business or whatnot, you could even possibly get like a promotion as being like an assistant manager or something like that. And that's the reason why you're helping out to rebuild this structure. Yo, that was crazy because I wanted to say next, you could be helping to rebuild this schedule. That's why I said structure weird like that. It like happened before I finished the first sentence. So I set it together. Mercury and Aries. All right. Come on, yo. I don't know why I got this shit so bright. This could be, this is Six of Pentacles. Let me just lighten this up because this is a little bit too bright here. All right, so Six of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely dealing with a work situation, Scorpio. Work situation, possible love offer. You're tired, you're resting. There's a need for you to rest, contemplate, levitating. I'm contemplating. That's what you're doing right now. Somebody could be coming towards you. What a love offer. Perhaps. Or this is like you're like resting and stuff like that, and you're like thinking about this dreamy Page of Cups type of person, maybe. Boom. Maybe you're going to a birthday party, or you helping to set up a birthday party or a reunion or a ceremony of some sort. Or boom, most likely this is people at work, work. You may be getting some extra pay for this. Help restructure. Okay. Helping to restructure something at work, an announcement, a party, ceremony, broadcast, something. That's what the cards say. All right. Pisces. Pisces sun sign, Pisces moon sign, Pisces rising sign. So, Pisces, first house. So, yeah, this is all about you and the way that you assert yourself pretty much. And maybe newly assert yourself via the subconscious. Your surroundings have a huge impact on the way that you influence, that you behave. But with this new moon, you have an impact on how your surroundings behave. So, divine messages for Pisces, sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. All right, first card here, the ego card. This is card number 15, and this is Archangel Jophiel. So this is a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So at this time, you could be surrounded by people who have this sort of vibration attached to them, and thus it has influenced the way that you're thinking at this time now, when you may have not necessarily felt that way, or you have your whole entire life because of those influences. This card also fell out too. I wasn't ready to pull the cards, but I am going to pull it because it fell out. So this is the Eight of Swords. So this has to do with feeling a sense of entrapment. It kind of confirms the ego card pretty much. So it's like being fearful from negative based thoughts, whether this be your surroundings who influence this, or whether this be just something that you almost need to like let go of in some way. Like this, there's a way that you think that's very negative. You have like a negative way of thinking, or this is just people around you. Because Pisces has to do with how you're being subconsciously influenced. So if somebody has negative thoughts, then it was influenced by the outside world in some way, their environment. The Fool card. So with the Fool card being here, you have an opportunity to take a flying leap of faith. However, what I'm seeing is that if you have negative thoughts attached to yourself too much, because we all have thoughts. That's what the mental's for. But it's like when you get up to this 8 of Swords, what's the next card? The 9 of Swords, where they're like in bed, like they can't sleep and high anxiety levels. Okay, this is like straight up mental entrapment. There's a need for you to free your mind. I mean, I said it in She Will, free the mind binding. That's what I'm talking about. Like mind binding is like, that's what this is. It's like swords are the mental and you're being binded up, or I don't even know if that's the proper way of saying it. It doesn't matter. It's music. So you get it. You see how she's being bounded by these goddamn swords? So free the mind. That's what the Fool card is representing here. But the thing is there's a ego issue. It's like you think that certain things like matter and they really don't. And you know that they don't, but I'm telling you, it's your surroundings. Your surroundings don't think properly. And you've never been attuned. I'm having a feeling that you don't even need to be around these people. But I don't want to I'm just channeling that like naturally. But let's see what else the cards have to say for this. See what's going on. Like, don't be influenced by that materialism, like people that care about the things that you never cared about, or the things that you just don't care about. 2 of Pentacles here. So this has to do with switching things up possibly, or you could be entertaining 2 different things in your life, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. But I'm feeling like you think you can't do it, or you could be doing too much because you feel like you need to in order to sustain something, and that's going to be connected to this ego card. So what I'm seeing is like a lot of Pisces are doing too much right now because they feel that they have to do it. It's like one of those things where you could be good at too much to the point you don't know how to let something go, is what I'm seeing. And it's important for you to kind of just let certain things go. Others are not doing enough and they should be balancing out a little bit more in their life, doing a little bit more, having more options. Page of Cups here. So this could be a love offer possibly, or this is having to do specifically with creative endeavors. You also could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual, or this could be yourself. You could be balancing out your more negative side, your negative thinking, so many intellectual endeavors with your creativity, okay? And there's a need for you to sort of find a way to blend these energies together, right? With the 2 of Pentacles here without dropping the ball, perhaps. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify the cards. All right, the Judgment. So in the past, especially, and even currently right now, you're being judged in some way. There could be a second chance, a second opportunity, whether this be geared towards you or you could be gearing this towards other people, places, and situations. One more clarifier. The Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry. So the Queen of Pentacles here, you could just be a person who's very much focused into their endeavors or their business for the most part, in creating structure in your life. All right, that's Pisces. So I'm actually going to be going like backwards in the elements. So I'm going to be doing air signs next: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Spirit, please provide me those messages for Gemini. So Gemini sun sign, Gemini moon sign, and Gemini rising sign. All right. First card here is the, I don't know, let's see, renewal. Okay, card number 20. Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move into a new direction. So, card number 20. And basically, this is the judgment card. So, you have a chance to rejudge something, you're being judged, or you may have a second opportunity. Mercury's in retrograde, more than likely, is a second opportunity being dished out to you in some way. It may be more indirect, so pay attention. For Geminis, you could be experiencing like connections with your networks and whatnot. Like you may have to pay more attention to what you're being subconsciously influenced by network wise and as it relates to your status. And right, I think so. Am I bugging or not? Yeah. All right, so Spirit, can I have the rest of the divine messages for Gemini? All right, first card here is the Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, I'm seeing there could be some sort of aggressive communications going on right now. Things could be pointed towards your belief system and politics too. So this could be like regarding political situations, like you could be rejudging something, or if you're running for something in which you would have to be favored in some way, it's like there's a judgment time going on, is what I'm seeing. And you're also very opinionated right now. A lot of Geminis feel the need to speak about the things that they believe. And this is a great time to do that because you've been maybe holding back a little bit too much. Two of Cups. So this is especially as it relates to love. People could also be judging your love situations too right now, like the people that you're interested in, because you know the renewal cards here, and then you also have the Two of Cups. So yeah, what else? Well, it's like someone could be coming towards your way very much in a forceful way, but mentally it's like this person's very confident, so they're asserting they're asserting their emotions and feelings towards you in a aggressive way, not an aggressive way, in a assertive way. But I just said that, so they're asserting you in an assertive way, communicatively assertive way. So be careful of that, because you could even just be like chilling. Let's say you're walking in the city and someone's like, "Yo, like let me holler at you," and they're like, you know, it's like too straightforward. Like this person is straightforward, it looks like. Nine of Cups. You feel a strong sense of confidence right now too. You're surrounded by confident people who have a high level of intelligence, and thus they feel very self-righteous. And I'm not seeing that this is a bad thing at this time. Nine of Cups. A lot of people express this as, you have a wish coming true. Things are coming your way. Make a wish. It's like the genie card. But, you know, I usually see it as just an arrogant person. But, you know, at this time, you could be influenced by substances, like you could be drinking, and this could be helping you to assert yourself a little bit better in love situations if that's what you need to do. On the other hand, right now you feel a stronger sense of confidence, and this is a great time to assert yourself in love situations because you're being spiritually guided to have confidence. Not drinking spirits, you actually are taking in the spirit, you know. Knight of Pentacles. So I'm seeing that you have possibly two options. One is an air sign individual, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Now, this could also be yourself, right, Gemini? But you also have a earth sign individual, somebody who's a little bit more stable and practical, slow moving perhaps. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They may be more giving. They express their love through buying you things and giving you things, but it comes with having to deal with their arrogance. You know, they're a pleaser and people like would want to be with them because they like show off their materialism, but then they're like not really the best person in the world. Like they think just because they have stuff that they could just treat people any type of way. I'm going to get clarifiers. All right, first clarifier, 9 of Wands. You're still a little bit on guard and on edge, like you have been for a while, but recently you finally decide to come out just a little bit more. 9 of Swords. Definitely had some anxiety in the past, worries, staying up late at night because you can't sleep because you're overthinking in your own mental space. However, you have broken out of that. Why? Because you know you're being rejudged right now at this time, or at least you know that this is the time to reevaluate a situation and make it known. Like this is reevaluation period, so y'all better get it together. So that's the reason why you got this like Knight of Swords here, kind of expressing that assertive communication right now at this time to see who you're trying to vibe with, who you're trying to connect with in love scenarios and situations. And you're definitely being guided, like I said, by a strong level of confidence. So this is a beautiful time to do this. However, on the other hand, a person who's interested in you and wants to link up romantically speaking, very giving person, practical and whatnot. And it comes with a level of arrogance because they feel that they can control that being what they give you. That's it. All right. So, Libra's next. Libra sun sign, Libra moon sign, Libra rising. First card here is the Sun card. I don't know why I picked these cards first, but I'm gonna just go along with it. And I'm gonna pick the focal point last because it happened. Like, I'm sorry. The Justice card. So 2 major arcanas popped out thus far. So Libras may be going through some major life changes. Definitely trying to put oneself more out in the light. And there's something that you need to do as it relates to fairness. Page of Cups, new love offer, creative endeavors, possibly dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces most likely. This is just like Pisces new moon energy. 8 of Cups, you walked away from a situation. All right, let me see what the focal point is. All right. The Sun card. So that's the Sun card twice, right? You got it in the beginning of the reading with the Rider-Waite deck and also through the Angel Oracle card. So the card reads, card number 19, Archangel Uriel, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself. So right now, you could be feeling a stronger sense of confidence and you could be more attuned to receiving some sort of recognition perhaps, or just more connected to your willpower, but not in an assertive way. It's almost in a way as if you feel as though people will look at and take in whatever it is that you have to put out into your life. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How are you? And that's pretty much like what I'm seeing with this sun card. Like it looks like there's a huge revitalization, vitality. So take advantage of the energy you feel. I'm speaking, your alarm goes off and you're like, yes, I'm ready to get up. Like you're ready with a T. Okay? Not a D. R-E-T-Y. You're ready. That's like weird. R-E-A-T-Y. Don't judge. I did well on the spelling bee actually when I was younger. And then as I got older, my spelling started to decline. You know why? Texting. I blame it on texting. So, because they automatically fix everything. I'm going to get clarified. There's something that needs to be justified. There's something that's like you feel is fair, or you need to make things fair, or things in your life are becoming more fair. It's becoming balanced out. If you're dealing with court situations, you're going to hear back from them during this Mercury retrograde. I'm seeing it's going to be beneficial because you got the Sun card here. The Fool card is a clarifier. In the past, you decided to take a leap of faith into a new direction. I'm seeing there's something that you just want to be over. And that's the reason why the Eight of Cups is at the end. Like you walked away from something because you're just like, you've been wanting it to be over. And all right, this card wants to come out. It's the Ten of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, you could be dealing with a younger person, or you're just kind of feeling like there's something that needs to be balanced with this water sign individual. This could be somebody that you're attracted to, or to someone that you have feelings for. They have feelings for you. And yeah, I'm just seeing like, I'm thinking you're going to be spending time with this person too. And then, Ten of Cups is something in the past you felt like a sense of belonging to, you felt like very connected to, emotionally speaking, and then you had to walk away from it. Like there's something you're gonna have to walk away from, is what I'm seeing. And Libras are air sign, are usually not too emotional, but you could be a little bit more emotional at this time, but not really in a negative way. I'm just seeing like you're more balanced out in your emotions to the point that you can now feel a sense of vitality and shouldn't be like anything emotionally draining you. On the other hand, there's nothing like really emotionally asserting you. It's just like a sense of I am, and that's like enough for you to interact with the world, is pretty much what I'm seeing. Like you're just really attuned with just like life and the things you have to do on a day-to-day basis. You also could be walking away from somebody who you liked for a long time. Maybe in the past you had something going on with them. They may have returned to talk to you again, and you're finally detaching yourself from that situation. Like you know that this is not going to be anything. Every time I speak to this person, it's the same bull crap. I don't want to deal with them any longer. Thanks for coming by to say hi once again, but bye-bye. Right, with the Eight of Cups, she walked away. All right. So Aquarius is next. Aquarius, sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. They need to put sweetener in this or something. Like this just tastes like plain. And it's hinted I just say that? Oh, with a hint of, okay. It has like a hint of orange, but I don't know. They need to put something in there. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. The Moon card. Card number 18. Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scene. Release fears that hold you back. Aquarius, you'll be feeling this energy more so in your second house. Some people in their third house a little bit. Some people in their first house a little bit. But in general, this is going to have to do with the way you identify with yourself as it relates to the things that you value in some way. And like, why do you value these things? If you really sit back and think about it, what makes you feel like that is valuable compared to that? What have you been subconsciously influenced to believe? And thus, that's why you value it. I value this person. Why? Oh, because everybody else likes them. Oh, that's what you think? Do you like them without everybody else liking them? The Hermit card. So you could be feeling a sense of isolation right now and need to kind of be to yourself. And because you're curing yourself, right, of these emotional insecurities in some way. You're also more in tune with your psychic self. These thoughts you're receiving, they probably are about psychic phenomenon. On the other hand, Aquarius is often have disruptions too, so it could be difficult to kind of organize what is coming in as psychic insights versus something else that is not really so much in your favor to be thinking about or knowing. All right, you got the King of Cups here. So there could be a water sign individual that is pretty much balanced in their emotions. Like their emotions are pretty well established and structured. I wouldn't say structured, but they can hold it together in some way. And they could be water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And these two cards flipped out. They could also be a guide, or this could be yourself. 10 of Cups here with the Death card. Death card comes first, 10 of Cups is last. And what I'm seeing is that there's a need to transform out of a situation and into something new that's going to make you very happy. On the other hand, people you were connected to, you felt happy with, you felt like it was a positive thing. It's needing to be changed and switched up, or there's something about it that's no longer believable, whether it be that you don't believe in it anymore or others don't, or both. I'm gonna get a clarifier. First clarifier is the Strength card. In the past, you decided to take on a more vulnerable energy, and this vulnerability might have allowed you to create either a false illusion or an illusion of some sort, or I'm seeing something didn't work out. Like you wanted something to come together and it didn't come together as you planned, and it's based upon insecurities on both ends. This card wants to come out. This is the Hierophant. So you're very subconsciously influenced by guides, like people that motivational speakers, religious people, or people that know a lot and thus have control over certain aspects in their lives. With the Hierophant here, traditionally speaking, you could be involved in a traditional marriage. Like you kind of decided to allow for a certain amount of control to be put upon you. And now you don't want that. And so you kind of isolated yourself from whatever this contract was from the past in which you took or taken a vulnerability escape kind of energy. And thus you're like, nah, I don't really want that no more. Bye. I want to be by myself. I want to be enlightened and attuned with my spiritual path. So that's what you did. Also, there's a need for you to be vulnerable because you could be a influencer of some sort, but at this time you decided to take the strength to actually learn something from a hermit person in some way. And this person could be water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual. But I'm seeing that something died, like something transformed, something changed about this person's family or your family or the family that you wanted, whether this be a traditional based family where you have a husband or a wife and some kids, or a friendship family or a connection with others that are like minded. All right. I'm going to be doing earth signs next: Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in that order. Taurus first. All right, this card wants to pop out for Taurus. It's card number 20, Judgment, aka the renewal card. I'll leave it out, but I didn't even like fully shuffle the cards yet. Taurus, sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. Okay, so you got the release card. This is card number 13. So together with the renewal card, so the renewal card reads review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move into a new direction. And the release card, it reads the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. That's card number 13 connected to Archangel Azrael. So right now, this time, there's a need for you to release any outdated old judgments you may have had about a person, place, or a situation. And as you are able to do that, you'll be able to actually receive new opportunities in your life because you'll be judged in a more favorable manner. All right. Spirit, what are the rest of the divine messages for Taurus? The Lover's card. So there's a decision that you need to make in any sort of love situations, or people that you just feel connected with on a more emotionally based level. And you could also be discussing partnerships, new partnerships, old partnerships that weren't working. You're releasing yourself from that now. You're moving on to these new relationships and partnerships. Yeah, Judgment card again, right? So Judgment card here in the traditional deck, and then also in the Angel Oracle deck, card number 20, card number 20. So there's definitely an opportunity to rejudge a situation or gather a second chance, a second opinion, maybe. Be careful from any sort of easy influences. Like it looks good, but it may not necessarily be what it is. They said in the Bible, the devil came down, he was handsome, people walked away from him, they went to hell. So just be careful. All right. I mean, that wasn't the exact story, but you know, I'm sure everybody heard that story before. Like they say, one day God will come down and but it's really God posing. It's really the devil posing as God, and you didn't know because you kind of just looked at them in a superficial way. And we're psychic here. You should not be influenced that easily by bullshit. Queen of Pentacles, earth sign individual you could be dealing with, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. They got their stuff together. I know I just said shit and then I'm just like, no, I'm not going to say it. Okay, leave me alone, because like I don't like to curse, but I do it sometimes. So anyways, Queen of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with a person who has their stuff together in some way. I'm feeling like they're a Virgo, but they could honestly be a Capricorn or a Taurus. And you could be just rejudging because we're having a retrograde. Remember I said retrogrades deal with happy belated birthday if Rihanna ever decides to watch this channel. Not that I'm special enough for her to watch my channel, but you never know. You never know. Remember though, I said that like it's a good time for anything that has to do with like you get it? And I did that by accident. I really meant like retrogrades is all about redoing, restructuring, anything to do with the there's like a specific word for this and I'm not going to waste time. So if it comes back up, I'll say it. But there's like a word for what I'm trying to say. Like it's in addition to a word, blah, 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 like whatever. Even the card says renewal, release. So you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because a long time ago on one of those award shows, I'm not good with like the names of stuff, but I want to say it was like the BET Hip Hop Awards or something like that. And they used to do like these shows in the beginning where they would have like a freestyle, like everyone knows like what I'm talking about. It's like the things where, I'm mad I don't remember the name. It's like the things where people would just rap something in the beginning. And I remember, I think it was like Yo Gotti no, it's not Yo Gotti. This is bad, yo. That's how you know that Mercury's in retrograde. That's how my Mercury's jacked up. I don't remember no names or anything. But the guy was like, hi, Rihanna. I saw he recently song too, like the other day. So he must really have a crush on Rihanna. Four of Cups being that her birthday passed. Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups here, what's happening is you're missing out on an opportunity, or I'm seeing that because you have this opportunity to rejudge a particular situation regarding this person, whether this be yourself or somebody's business or somebody's structure, the way somebody is responsible or their lifestyle in some way, their persona, since you have this opportunity to like rejudge or relook at it, you don't want an opportunity with them anymore. On the other hand, other people are rejudging your situations and they don't want an opportunity with you. But it's for the best because you actually don't want an opportunity with them either. It's literally it's on both ends. It's like y'all both don't want each other. Like y'all both realized that you were just like waiting for them to say it first because you didn't want to be the one to hurt their feelings, perhaps. And they felt the same way about you. Like they just didn't want to say it first because they didn't want to make you feel bad. And this pretty much clears the air. That's what I'm seeing. I'm gonna get clarifiers. Like on the other hand, there's an opportunity to rejudge a particular person. You have dated them in the past. You connected with them in the past. You've did things with them in the past, and they came back, and you two both like realized like, I was just checking up on you, but I don't really want you back. Oh, hey sis. Oh, and yeah. Hey sis, what's up? And yeah, Major Starseed, it's the ciphers. It's the ciphers. That's what I was talking about. Thank you. Ciphers. I'm so glad you said that because it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't remember it. But do you remember that one where the guy was like, hi, Rihanna? I felt like he got like so well known. So I could understand why a lot of celebrities get pissed off, like when people say their names, because it's like, like, I mean, no offense to him or anything like that, but it's like, that was the only reason why people spoke about him. Like, no, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like, you know, now here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gifted, so I shouldn't have to say anybody's flipping name to receive attention. Some people have to say people's name because they're not that gifted. I'm gifted, and if I sound arrogant, I don't care because I'm gifted and I've been quiet for flipping 28 years. So, well, 27. I'm gonna be 28 on March 12th. Not asking for a gift, but I've been quiet about my gifts. So at the end of the day, I have a right. But also too, I'm not gonna jump on anybody's like structure. I'm gonna build my own. So 7 of Swords. Damn, y'all, I feel bad. This is not even Aquarius reading, and Taurus got real disrupted. But I'm sorry. I'm like, I had to say that. Maybe Taurus is feeling the same way or something like that right now. So in the past, it looks like this person stole from you, or you stole from them, or they kind of just left you hanging. That's what I'm seeing for Taurus. Like, this person left you hanging, or you left them hanging in the past. So now as they come back into your life, you don't even want to deal with them because you have a whole new structural system, and you're very like comfortable where you're at. You've been doing well for yourself. So it's like they come back in your life, like, you don't want to deal with that right now. You're meditating and you're blessed and you have like your own thing you're doing now. So it's just kind of weird that they, you know, came back into your life. On the other hand, if you're wondering how somebody feels about you, that's how they feel. They feel like you walked away from them, and that in the past, and why are you coming back after they've reestablished themselves without you? Cold world. Like, literally cold world. I'm not speaking about anything else. I just happen to listen to a lot of stuff and it ends up coming out my vocab. All right. Knight of Pentacles. Yes, I dropped the cards, but play it off smooth. So in the past too, you either offered them something that had structure to it, whether it be that you two wanted to get like an apartment together, or you guys want to make things official and like form a commitment, like a committed bond, or it's like you could have given them a ring in the past and they rejected it. Something that you offered with structure in the past, and they didn't really get back to you on the situation. Like, it's straight up, in the past, this person jacked up and you've already reestablished yourself. You don't want this opportunity with them, and you feel happy that you were able to say no. Whether you did it directly or indirectly, I feel like you did it indirectly. Some of y'all got a strong Scorpio energy, even though you're a Taurus. Like, you could have planets, you know, in the 7th house or the 8th house or something like that. Like, so you kind of just like smoothly didn't respond to their offer in some way, or you kind of like didn't attend to the love offer in it. You kind of just like, you know, when somebody comes in flirtatious, hey, how you doing? You're just like, I'm fine, thanks. Like, it kind of makes the conversation awkward for them. Like, they don't know what to say back now. Because you didn't even say like, how about you? Like, all right. So I'm gonna do Virgo next. So Virgo, sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. I feel like I'm taking a lot longer than usual, and you know, it's this damn Mercury retrograde. Like, everything's been slower. All right, Virgos, what's going on with you? What's going on with Virgo sun sign, Virgo moon sign, Virgo rising at this time? All right, this card wants to pop out. This is the moon card, so I'm doing this backwards again. I didn't pull the focal point card first, but with the moon card, a lot of Virgos could be dealing with some sort of like insecurity issues. Now, this could be pertain to either psychological issues, or this could simply just be like your emotions in general, like just feeling fearful perhaps of something. Also too, the moon card deals with just being psychic, so receiving a lot of emotional energy that influences you. Most tarot readers are connected to the moon card because um, they're psychic, and that's the reason why too a lot of things seem weird. Like a lot of people probably, are these people working together? Like, why is everything so similar? It's because we're psychic, and that's the reason why psychic people don't really like to go out too much, because y'all don't understand. Like, as soon as you start hanging out with somebody, as soon as you start interacting in an environment, it comes onto your energy like that. You see that we can watch one video, and if we do a video like the next day, you're going to see exactly who they watched or something like that. Or other people don't even have to watch a video. I don't even have to watch a video. I just had to watch a video like one time, and I'm already in tune with the person all the time. It's flipping scary. It's very difficult to like destructure that, you know? So you have to be very careful with the people, places, and things that you associate yourself with if you're a psychic person. You really get subconsciously influenced. Like, it's just crazy. You're like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Like you gotta be careful. But at the same time, you can't let fear hold you back too. Like, you gotta live your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people realize things and then they become completely scared of the world. That's not any better than being subconsciously influenced. Now you don't want to do anything with your life. So it's like me, I'm constantly battling between those two concepts. All right, the Justice card. So there's definitely a need for balance at this time. Maybe you're coming to a decision about how to express yourself psychically, or how to release any sort of emotions that you could have been programmed towards. Others are going to possibly see a judge. Now, in the case of the moon card, this judge could be a doctor, right? Because you're dealing with things that have to do with possible psychological issues, or other people could be judging your emotional expression, perhaps. It just depends on your personal situation. For Virgos, you're going to be having this energy influencing your seventh house. So being the judge, the Justice card has to do directly with Libra, which has to do with the seventh house. This is also the descendant sign. So you could be releasing any lower forms of emotions in order to connect with others. Ace of Pentacles. So definitely a new opportunity is available for you. Whether this be that you're moving into a new home, you're receiving a loan, or you're offering something to somebody. It looks like almost like, I think a lot of Virgos could be receiving a loan. So if you go to school, you know, you could be getting like a grant or a loan or something like that for your schooling. If you had a court situation, it looks like it won in your favor, and like you end up getting some sort of cut, like some sort of money for whatever it is that you won. All right, this is the Nine of Cups. So you could be dealing with an arrogant person, or right now your emotions and feelings are more uplifted. For Virgos in particular, the new moon would be affecting their relatability skills. So you could be seeing an arrogant person, or in general right now, because you have a pretty good structure in your life, like you may have this to offer to someone else. So this could kind of make you a little bit arrogant maybe at this time. On the other hand, I'm seeing that this could be a wish come true. I can't believe I said it, because I don't like to say it for the Nine of Cups. The only reason why I am saying it is because The Ace of Pentacles is right next to it. So it looks like, if you are wishing for something in your life to come to you, it could be coming to you. On the other hand, it looks like this is only an opportunity for you if there's transcendence of this moon card. Like, look, it's like the same circle. So it's like a transcendence into something more physical, structure, beneficial. So the emotions and feelings could essentially help turn into something that's going to get you paid, or something that's going to keep you grounded and stable in some way. So whatever that means for you, focal point. Spirit, what are the... didn't need to finish the sentence. So the Fool card, or in this deck, it's called the Dreamer card. So it's card number 0. Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunity. So there could be some sort of unexpected opportunity coming towards you, but it requires you to kind of just like not have too much weight on your shoulders. If you're holding on to too much, you jump into a situation, you fall, and you hit hard, and it hurts. But when you're more light, when you have let go of these emotional issues, or if you learn to release the psychic phenomenon that you're receiving in a positive way, then this will ultimately be a good opportunity. This is the difference between somebody who's schizophrenic and living in a dream world and thinks that they're God and jumps off a flipping building. This is a very extreme example, because they think that they're God, versus someone who has learned to implement their emotional insecurities into something beautiful. Kind of like Vincent van Gogh. He was a little cuckoo, and he ended up making some wonderful paintings that we still talk about today. I personally have a painting by him, Starry Night, and there's a bunch of other paintings that I like by him. And then I recently learned about someone else, and forget it because I don't even remember their names. I don't even know why I mentioned it, because now it's irrelevant. But besides the point, that's pretty much what I'm seeing for this reading in particular for Virgos. So I'm going to do Capricorn next. So for Virgos, you got to choose your faith, How are you transcending those emotional issues? Because on one hand, you have a gift. On the other hand, you have a complete blockage and limitation. All right, Capricorn, sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So this is the new moon. This will be affecting more so your environment and your communication. So the communication that you're subconsciously influenced by, and just the signals too that you're subconsciously influenced. And then what are the signals that you kind of give off that subconsciously influence others as well? Because you control these things. Like, you have a lot of power and control over these influences as it relates to your environment. And if you have any younger siblings too, how are you subconsciously influencing them? The Magician card popped out here. So this is Archangel Raziel. It's connected to card number 1. And it says you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So with that being said, you pretty much are being guided towards being a typical Capricorn. Even though it's not a Capricorn card, it's like you don't feel as much limitation right now, and you feel more so the right to assert your power. And you're definitely influencing others, and I hope you're doing this in the most positive way, especially now that you're aware of it. You influence others. You influence others. You influence others. So be careful what you do. 8 of Swords. some mental conflicts. Perhaps you're involved in a lot of endeavors. So while you're the magician right now and able to influence and manifest others, it's very important that you clear your mental space. And you're catching up on a lot of endeavors too right now. So perhaps the magician card is really helping you right now to just bang everything out. There's all these things you have to do and you magically bring it all together. Temperance card, a need to be balanced and patient. Yeah, make sure that you're patient. Capricorns usually are pretty patient people, but after a while, they could get annoyed after waiting for things to manifest for so long, after all the hard work that they put. This card wants to pop out. Eight of Wands, a lot of communication coming towards you. If you own a business, you're definitely doing well right now in business. You're getting a lot of orders. You're having a lot of customers. A lot of people want to communicate with you. You're also thinking about traveling because you feel limited in communicating with someone in particular. So you feel the need to travel perhaps, or that person's traveling towards you. There could be a lot of people in your environmental space right now. Maybe family has came over to chill with you or just chill with family. And so you're interacting with a lot of people right now. All right, Queen of Wands, the World card. So with the World card here, I'm seeing that you could be communicating and connecting with a lot of people in a way that involves a new structural system. Perhaps you got a new social media account, like maybe an account that you didn't have before, you decided to sign up for it to increase your social ability. Queen of Wands could be dealing with a fire sign individual. So this could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. They're very confident, and I'm seeing that you like this person and you're trying to communicate with them, but you feel like you have to do it in a new way. Or now, today, right now, you're actually realizing that you can't communicate with them the same way that you did. Like you're realizing right now, like, oh, the way that I've been trying to send messages out to this person, it's not working anymore. And now I feel more attuned with the new way of putting out these messages to get this person's attention. It has to be in a new way. If you're trying to get if you're trying to get attention from a particular individual, especially if they are a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sag, or they could just portray a lot of confidence, you have to communicate with them in a different way. They're not responsive to certain communications. That's the reason why you feel blocked off from them. They have a lot of messages around them. So it's what makes you stand out. You're a Capricorn, you should be able to stand out. So on the other hand, I'm seeing that you feel like mentally blocked right now, like creatively blocked. And you're drinking, but be careful. Temperance is about balance. I don't recommend drinking, but I also don't feel like I should be telling other people what to do. I eat candy. Candy's bad for you, so it's not as bad as drinking, but everybody has their issues that they do. But I try to monitor myself. Like I haven't got Fun Dip, and Fun Dip is on sale right now because Valentine's Day ended, but they have the Easter Fun Dip too. It's not the point. Fun Dip is a candy, by the way. I don't want anybody to think it's anything else. It's just a candy. It's a throwback candy that I really like. That's what I'm seeing for this reading. Is like a lot of Capricorns don't even really like to talk to people that much. So if they have to talk to people with this Eight of Wands energy coming in, they're like, oh shit, let me just drink a little bit so I can actually want to socialize with y'all. Because Capricorns, they have a limitation to the things that they pay attention to. So they a lot of times don't feel like talking to you. Now, don't be mad and think, oh, that's how my Capricorn friend felt the whole time. They could have like a lot of Sagittarius planets and they may not necessarily feel that way. But a lot of times Capricorns really don't have the time for y'all because they build in businesses and stuff. They build in businesses. All right, so I'm going to do the fire signs. Fire signs last: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, starting with Aries. I shouldn't have said that. I feel bad. Like, it's not that Capricorns don't have time for y'all. It's just like each zodiac sign is focused on a particular area of life, and Capricorns are in the 10th house. The 10th house is connected to Saturn energy, and this has to do with leadership and like big businesses. Think of like the president of anything, you know. Think of the government and stuff. You think the government has time to talk to regular everyday people all the time? No, they're ruling the whole entire, economy. Like, they're choosy on who they speak to. They're selective, right? So a lot of people who are well known, they have 10th house Capricorn Saturn influences because they made it to the top. That's also called the midheaven. Some people say midheaven. I'm like, it says midheaven. But I guess, midheaven is like a sped up version of midheaven. But I just feel like it's literally spelled like midheaven. So I don't know. I'm starting with Aries. You could apply this to your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. This is influencing your 12th house. So this is how you're subconsciously influenced and how these subconscious influences assert your behavior and even influence the way that you direct your energy and even like your body too, because it influences your first house, but also too what you pay attention to in others. This card popped out, the World card first. All right. The focal point is the Dreamer card, card number 0. This is connected to the Fool card. It reads, Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams. There's unexpected opportunities. And the World card is saying like these new opportunities are in a place that is more forward. It may not be here yet. It may be in the process of building. There's certain things that you have let go already, I'm assuming, for the opportunity of the Dreamer card to be here. Yeah, Midhaven. Oh, that's what it is? Maybe it's Midhaven, not Midhaven. I don't know, I've heard people say things differently. A lot of times these words aren't pronounced in any type of way. They can be pronounced in so many different ways because it's not like a real word. It's like I don't want to say it's a pronoun, but it's just not really pronounced in one way for some reason. I don't know. But I've heard people say it like that, Midhaven. Yeah. Maybe if they're English or something, like Midhaven. I don't know. All right. You got the King of Cups here. So some Aries could be dealing with a water sign individual, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And it looks like they are possibly behind this new structural system. On the other hand, this could be yourself if you have water sign influences in your chart. All right, so you got the 6 of Swords here. So with the 6 of Swords, you could be moving away from a situation. So I'm seeing that you're trying to move on to something else. This is a transitioning phase. So you could be transitioning into a new opportunity to better follow your dreams with the Dreamer card here. You want to move. I think your dream is to move someplace else where you perceive this environment as being idealistic for you, the new world. It's in your head, but it's like the closest thing you can find to reality as it relates to where you're trying to be. That's what I'm seeing pretty much. And if you look at this dreamer card, it's like, I know there's the light here, but like you see how there's like this circle around him here. So it's like that dream world. And then also here, you see how there's a circle around this individual too. So the thing is that the dream, you found this dream in reality. Like it's the closest thing to the dream, that's what I'm seeing. And you're wanting to move there, transition onto there. Oh my gosh, all these cards want to come out. Yeah, you're trying to move into a particular direction. But I'm feeling like you have to help somebody in order for this to even manifest. That's the problem. A lot of Aries are very like, I hate to say it, but they are selfish people. Like if you have too much Aries, like the energy of Aries, remember how I said each sign has an area of life that they focus on? The energy of Aries in particular, it focuses on the self. We need to have that energy, but we need to know how to utilize the other energies too. If somebody has too many planets in Aries, they don't care about you. You think they care about you? They don't. If they have too many planets in Aries, I'm not saying Aries don't care about other people, but the energy of Aries is specifically about the self. It's about you, like your energy. It's about your identity, what you're trying to manifest. So in order for you to come into your dreams and your imagination, it requires you to transition in a way in which you're helping others. And you may have to help others transition too, because this card is about moving on from a situation. And sometimes it can mean that you have to help somebody else move on. So you can't expect to receive help if you don't give it out. It's not really karmically sensible. So 10 of Cups. So with the 10 of Cups here, you could be trying to move in a direction that's going to be closer to your family or people that you feel familiar with. Also, too, I'm feeling like a party. Like you could be traveling to go to a party of some sort. Like if any Aries have been invited to a party, or you could be trying to plan out a party because it is going to be your birthday season soon. So, you want to move before your birthday so that you can have a party wherever this world card is. So you're trying to move before. Okay, I get it. You get what I'm saying? You're trying to move before your birthday comes up so you can have a party there or something like that. That's for some Aries. For other Aries, you just are trying to move into a direction that better fits your emotional needs. Like you have these particular ideals for how you want your family to be, how you want your living standards to be. And it's just going to require you to travel or to move. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to get clarifiers. All right. Ooh, cool. 2 cards popped out, which is what I needed. So boom, 4 of Cups here first. Missed opportunities from the past. Either you felt like others or a particular person wasn't paying attention to you. I'm thinking it was this water sign individual. Or you missed an opportunity that was given out to you. On the other hand, 3 of Wands. Yeah, there was definitely an opportunity for you, but you missed it in the past. Like somebody was giving something to you and you didn't see it. It was almost like a complete offer was given to you. And you just weren't in the mood, or you just didn't see it in some way. But it's really not a big deal. It's from the past. I'm seeing the opportunity is returning in some way, or it looks like it's almost like the opportunity is, you have a new opportunity, like something else similar is what I'm seeing. Yep. All right. Okay, so I'm going to be doing Leo next. Leo sun sign, Leo moon sign, and Leo rising sign. I'm only drinking a lot because when you're talking a lot, like other people, you wouldn't know it until you actually do something like this, whether it be that you have like a conversation with somebody for like an hour, or if you just like talk a lot. For some reason, like your mouth gets dry. You have to, like, I don't know why. I always have to drink something whenever I'm speaking too much, especially when I'm channeling. Like I could have a regular conversation with somebody. I feel like I'm fine, but as soon as I start to do tarot readings and stuff, I don't know. I don't know if it's y'all, to be honest. Like maybe you guys, I always feel like it's because you guys are not drinking enough water, but I really don't know. Like for some reason, every time I do tarot readings, like, oh my God, I'd be like, yo, I don't even want to finish this shit no more. I feel all dehydrated and shit. So I'm telling y'all right now, I don't know. Some of y'all need to make sure that you're eating, that you're drinking. Like it's important to do that. Like, I know sometimes the spiritual people think that we can just magically survive without the typical needs of human beings. But you know, at the end of the day, somehow we got manifested here as a human being. Please do eat and drink food or you're gonna die. Like I know there's apparently breathe aliens, whatever the heck you want to call it, or whatever. But you have to live in particular places to be able to do that. You can't live here. I live in New Jersey. You think I'm gonna be able to live off the air? No. This is, you better eat some food and drink some water, or some juice, some Gatorade or something. You gotta live by the Gallic Center or something like that in order to even live that type of life. The air is different. All right, Leo. The Empress card. This is card number 3. All right. Archangel Michael. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Card number 4. So, you are the big boss, possibly, or someone around you is a big boss. This is who you're being subconsciously influenced by. You typically organize how things are being communicated, how things are put together. You create the blueprints. Or if somebody creates your blueprints, they are very, very, very much influencing you subconsciously right now. Leos. You ever wondered, like, I'm gonna show y'all the cards eventually, but it's like we really have to be aware of who we're subconsciously influenced by. Like, you never really know who anyone is or what anyone really is. Like, you could be subconsciously influenced by somebody in a complete costume. When you find out who they really are when they take off their costume, you would be like terrified. Like, you would feel really dumb. Like, I just got that message to be expressed. Like, a lot of people are subconsciously influenced by the wrong things. You thought that that was somebody to be subconsciously influenced. Little do you know the reality of their situation. So let's get the cards. I'm gonna pick them all up at once. Well, the first 3. The 4th one is a secret for right now. So anyways, see if you're really psychic. What's the 4th card? All right, so this came in reversed. This is the 7 of Cups. So definitely connected to possibilities. You see a lot of possibilities for yourself. But you know what? This is the Seven of Cups. You see how there's clouds in the background and whatnot. So your overconfident thinking is influencing the way that you're perceiving your possibilities at this time. This could be good or bad because this overconfidence could help really bring this into reality, which is a benefit for you. On the other hand, this overconfidence is potentially making you think that you have opportunities that you really don't have. It just depends. Why? Because you only see things in one direction. Also, too, if there are opportunities and possibilities for you, you need to make a decision or they're gone, because this energy is not really waiting. It has also, too, a vision of a bunch of opportunities and possibilities, and it's not going to wait for too long. You're dealing with another boss. You're dealing with another emperor or empress, is what I'm seeing. Page of Wands. So I'm seeing that you have a lot of energy right now. You're really tuned to your assertive nature. I mean, Venus is in Aries right now, so that's what's influencing this Page of Wands energy. This is influencing what you're entertaining. You feel the right to assert yourself, and definitely in opportunities regarding love matters. I'm seeing though that you feel blocked off. You could be dealing with energies that is really not interested. I know that's difficult for Leos to hear. I'm being honest with you. Like, it looks like your love situations, you're not getting that there's a boundary. You're not seeing that there's a boundary. Like, you're not seeing it. On the other hand, you may think there's a boundary when there's not. So which is it? So did you guess what the card was? And were you psychically attuned to the card? The fourth card is the Nine of Cups. So definitely a lot of arrogance, also a wish possibly coming true. What I'm seeing is that a lot of Leos are very in tune with their psychic selves right now because of the Pisces energy, right? The new moon is going to be in Pisces. And so you can feel these possibilities in your life right now. You feel them. And now they're starting to show itself into reality. Like, you've always felt it, and now you're starting to see it. What's going to affect this from manifesting fully is your arrogance. Nothing's owed to you. I don't care who you are. Nothing's owed to you. A lot of people, they think just because they are somebody or have some sort of status and reputation that people are supposed to bend over backwards for them. I don't. So I know if I don't, then other people don't either. Okay, there may be a lot of people who do that for you in your life, but the world is very large. Just because the people in your surroundings may do that, that's the third house. There's a ninth house, there's an 11th house, there's a seventh house. So you have to remember that. And you have to learn to like break out of just what you've learned in your early childhood environment. Not everybody is like that. There's other types of cultures and people in this world, and they don't care. So it's important to show your significance through alternative means, because the traditional means are not going to really work. And I feel like that's not what you're seeing. You're only seeing possibilities. And I'm mentioning like your early childhood environment because this is a Page of Wands. This is a child, and this is your thinking process and your assertion right now at this time. That's disrupting your ability to make clear, decisive, and mature decisions as it relates to these possibilities and opportunities that you have at this time. So once you mature your way of thinking and your approach to life, you'll be able to really manifest these possibilities into reality. But you have to kind of come to forth with the fact that you're not that important to everyone outside of your early childhood environment, or at least the group of people that you may be around all the time that may be a servant to you in some way, or just like allow for certain things to happen. Let me get one more clarifier. Well, no, I don't even have a clarifier for this. Do I really need to clarify? Like, I feel like I got really into detail. All right. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So in the past, you've had opportunities, and these opportunities helped you build structure in your life, is what I'm seeing. You also currently have pretty good structure in your life too, and you were able to hand out opportunities to others. All right. 10 of Cups. So this could be related to family or any sort of group, or like any sort of soul group, spiritual group, or just something that you feel emotionally connected to, in which you made that an opportunity, or that was an opportunity for you to create in the past. I'm just seeing like there's a lot of possible delusion around it, but also there's a lot of possibilities for it. But the problem is that I feel like there's a very, very self-centered focus on it, and that means that it can only go in one direction. If someone is so self-centered, it's very difficult to actually expand something. That's something that people kind of don't get. It's like if you don't actually care about anything else enough, you limit yourself to yourself. You can't expect anything to grow. But it's like difficult for some people to actually give a shit about other people, because that's the way they were trained, because that's the people that they were around, or so it's like a weird situation there. It's one of those things where you have to really change the way that you're seeing things and the way that you're thinking. And if you do have a lot of real possibilities, then it's definitely the time to make a decision, because if you don't make a decision, I'm seeing that you're going to be by yourself again. If you make a decision, you're going to be very happy with something coming true, like a wish coming true, the start of a new adventure, a new opportunity. So it depends on the way that you are experiencing your situation currently, and in the way that you end up like making your decisions and how you're perceiving things, pretty much. So Sagittarius is last, and this is Sagittarius sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. All right, Sag, what are those messages? All right. First card is the Magician card. So it's card number 1, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So you're definitely taking power and control in your life, because you have everything you need and you've learned how to like manipulate and mix everything together. Oh, the 7 of Cups just popped out here. Right? So I'm seeing you're learning more so how to come off in the right way, what to wear during a meeting so that people will actually take in your ideas, and want to work with you, work with you, or, this is like the energy that you're kind of more so feeling more in control with. Like, oh, I know how to make this work. I know how to give off a good first impression. A card fell, so I'm just going to grab it. It's the Fool card. So there's definitely some new opportunities for you. And these opportunities come with your ability to have a particular influence over your environment, your situations, because the 7 of Cups always is dealing with some sort of possibilities. And and it's dreamy, so it's not really like stuff that is real physically apparent, but you're learning to represent subconscious influences in a way that helps you come off well. It's just as simple as wearing the right things could change the way somebody ends up making a decision. Okay, so you have the Eight of Pentacles. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, you could be reworking on something, trying to switch something up. And not so much like the Two of Pentacles, but it's like you're repolishing things in some way. With the Fool card, you have an opportunity to do this. But why? Why? It's something new, but it's weird because it's already here for you. It's like it's almost like purchasing somebody else's company or something like that. And like, so you're restructuring their company. That's just an example. You have to kind of apply that to whatever circumstance that you're in. Somebody has already started working on something and you're like repolishing it in some way. Rebuilding something, like, is what I'm seeing. Some of y'all are off to university, some Sagittariuses, you're off to university or something like that. Like you're taking a program or of study or of some sort. This is the Death card here. So there's definitely a transformational phase happening in your life right now, Sagittarius. You could feel like something has ended or something that was working for a long time. It's finally come to your realization, this shit ain't shit no more. Like you're just like really finally coming to terms with you're in denial of it for so long with this Seven of Cups. You didn't believe it. You felt like there was still a possibility in this, and now you're coming into terms with the fact that this is over. It's not what it is anymore. You can't really see that dreamy vision of it anymore. You can't see it anymore. It doesn't look like that no more. Like the rose-colored glasses completely has come off of this energy, and you could see everything for what it really is now, the darkness of it. And you just, I don't think it's bad. I feel like it's something that's helping you now to take more power and control over what you really know. I'm feeling a lot of Sagittariuses generally behave like the High Priestess. They see a lot and they know a lot, but they are very quiet about it. And now, since something has transformed out of their life because they can no longer perceive that energy in that dreamy way that they were in the past, they're finally able to take on the Magician. And this is going to help them to start something new or rework something with the Eight of Pentacles, to rebuild something. I think you started working on it in the past, and you're finally now realizing like that you have to go back to that, and you're like happy too because you're realizing like, yeah, this is the time for me to actually go back to it. Let me get clarifiers. No, I keep dropping the goddamn cards. I'm gonna get that card, but I'm like trying to figure out why I'm dropping the cards as it pertains to your reading. So I'm seeing it's like you're kind of allowing yourself to be more imperfect. Like you're allowing yourself to be like one of those people that can drop cards and like incorporate it into the reading, like I have done just now. Not that I'm doing anything new, or I'm sure other people have done it. I literally just drop cards and I don't know. I'm a Pisces though, but you know, it is what it is. High Priestess star card. So basically, like I was saying, you're usually a High Priestess type of person. Like you're usually quite quiet. And listen, I didn't manifest that card to pop up, right? The goddamn Magician card came here and the Death card. Put it together. It's like an equation. It's like High Priestess. So I'm tired of people like, oh, she manifested that because she's a witch. No, I'm not. Or whatever. What people think is a witch isn't what it is. So stop it. Okay, I pay attention to things. A lot of people, y'all don't get it because y'all don't pay attention to things. You only pay attention to what you want to, and then you miss things that come together to create what exists now, and you don't get it. And then you're thinking people just like did a spell. Like, cut it out. And then people will utilize your insecurities for their own benefit. They will scare you because they want your energy. They see what your fears are and they utilize that for their benefit. They see it, they see what you do, they see what you say, and people are psychic. That's why you gotta be careful of like negative psychic people, because they see what you're fearful of and they utilize that to manipulate the public. So in the past, you have gained a lot of knowledge. You didn't gain this knowledge, you were born with it. You were born with it. Like, you just naturally are a person who knows a lot about the spiritual realm, and you could be known for that type of thing, or you want to be known for that type of thing. You also could be like a person that's surrounded by a lot of psychic people. Like, I feel like you could be like a person who works privately with people that are well known or something like that. At least in the past, this is like something that you could have behind the persona that you give off. It's just like takes a phase of getting over what you've been brought to, because nobody likes to be broken out of that dream and reality. Nobody likes that. It hurts. Like, you're like, oh, snap. But I feel like you knew this for a while, but you just kind of needed another reason to finally like escape it or leave it or transform from it or whatever it is. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde is definitely helping you to make that type of decision, but it's all up to you. You don't do it this retrograde, maybe next retrograde. I don't know. I'm done. Boom, 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 boom. Anybody have questions? Unable to connect to chat. Please try again. What? I've never seen that ever in my life. But then again, it's not like I always do this, so I don't know what that even means and why it says that, and is that even true? Let's see. It says say something. Let me say hello. Let me not say hello, because I could picture like people like, why did she say hello? So yeah, I don't know why it says that, but it is what it is. I don't know if people could be responsive to this right now, because it does say, like, for some reason it says unable to connect to chat, please try again. And I'm connected to the internet, the Wi-Fi, so I don't know. Mercury's in retro. Yes, I notice I want something back and my spirit won't let it come in. So you kind of like hoping for something to return to you, but it seems like it's not coming back. Yeah, it looks like either that energy, that person passed away, so you would have to speak to them in a spiritual way, like look for synchronicities and stuff to connect to them if it is a person that passed away in the past. If it's a situation that you want a second chance, or you want to work on the situation again with them, like you're hoping to work on the relationship, you have that opportunity to work on the relationship again. This is for Sagittarius in particular. It's just that you have to make sure that they're on the same page, like that they want to work on a relationship too with you, and that they're not just throwing an illusion. Oh yeah, this and that now. Yeah, I love you. They're not just like saying it and putting that out as an illusion. I don't see anybody in particular returning back in your life though. Like for Sagittarius, it don't look like a person that's coming back in your life. It just looks like something you do, like something about your character, your persona, and how you influence others. It's like there's a need to kind of find a new approach, and you've finally been realizing what you need to do. And if you were dealing with a person, you're seeing who that person really is now, and you kind of want to work on something else, because I feel like you stopped something for this person or this place or this situation, whether it be a job or actual relationship or a person you're connected to. You were trying to do something with yourself, but you had stopped it in order to help this person, and because you thought that you were going to receive an opportunity or possibility with them. And the thing is, it like never happened. And because they're a liar, like they kind of just like said they were going to do it, but they really didn't do it. Promises were made toward me. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, thank you for watching. Blessings, light, and love to everyone.